Welcome to the Robin Robinson Show. How you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing wonderful. Anyway, today I am so happy to be with you guys. I really am. It's been a minute. I've been putting out several fires. Let me tell you. I am dealing with one of my friends who are in their 80s, and this particular lady is being evicted. And when she first told me, I thought to myself, what is this world coming to? At 80-something years of age, no one should have to worry about being put out in the street. My heart bled for her. So I've been trying to assist her in any way that I can. And it's a sad day, you guys. It really is. I really can't go into it, but so much with you guys because of legal purposes. But what I will say is that she has 30 days to vacate the premises. Thank God for her family. She has wonderful family, you guys. Just wonderful. And, today, family is not what it used to be. You have family years ago that would try to do anything in their power to help a family member that was in need. But today, you guys, it's a total different situation. Family today can have money, be successful, and see one of their family members falling down, broken, homeless, and won't lift a finger to help them, much less any kind of financial help. It's a sad day, you guys. It's a sad day. I sometimes say to myself, I don't know what this world is coming to. But you know what? We just have to keep praying, and we have to just be able to forgive one another because it's hard times, I'm telling you. It really is, I look back sometimes on my life, you guys, and I say, I am from Brooklyn, New York, and I am really what they call from the hood. And I know some people would say, Robin, not you. You're not from the hood. Look at you. Well, you guys, I am from the hood, and I'm not of the hood, but I'm from the hood, And yes, I am very well-rounded and polished, and you would know that I am or that I was from the hood. But you know what? You guys, it's not where you're from. It's what you do with where you're from and where you come from and where you're going. That's what's important today. Who gives a doggone where you came from? I'm more focused on where I'm going and what I'm going to do when I get there. Let's face it. But the thing of it is, when I tell you guys, I have been really, really putting out fires. I am dead serious, I've been dealing with people's situations, and sometimes dealing with your friends' situations or family members' situations can really start to bring you down. And I'm telling you, I'm starting to feel it, you guys, I really am. And when I feel like this, I don't know if you guys have experienced the same thing. You try to have an ear for people. You listen. You have empathy. You even sympathize with the situations. And you try to lend not only your ear, but a solution to fixing the problem. And I'm not God. I don't have all the answers, you guys. But I do know something about life. I do know about human nature. I know how people operate. I know sometimes we all make mistakes in life and we all fall down and get back up. Some of us, it takes longer, and some of us can just bounce right back. But just because you bounce right back doesn't mean you're okay. It just means you have to do what you need to do to survive, to make ends meet. I get it. I get it, you guys. Remember, I'm from the hood. I know what it is, I have no shame in my game. Growing up in my life, having to fight for everything that you get. Oh, yeah, sure. There were times that I was lucky and I was blessed enough to have something handed to me because I was pretty, or attractive, or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, people are more likely to do things for you, but then I had a great personality to go along with it, you guys. Because, once you get into a door, you get in the door, but it's what you do when you go through those doors and how long you stay in that company or wherever you're going at the time in your life that you want to be. It's easy getting through the doors, but it's hard staying through those doors. That's what I'm trying to say. And, me trying to put out all these fires, there are days I have to take a break. I really have to sit back and look at my own life, you guys. I really do. And I know some of you guys can identify with me. Life is hard sometimes. And it's not even life, it's just the people in it. We all human beings and everybody's got issues and everybody's doing it their way. They don't really give a damn what way you're doing it. But when they fall down on their face, like sometimes people do, and then they want to pick up the phone and they want to call you and they want advice and they want somebody to be on the other end of that phone, giving them all those warm and fuzzy feelings to get them back on their feet. And when you do it, you guys, and you remember, my heart is good. I have no ill will towards anybody. You notice I had to stop and think about that, So when I get a phone call and someone tells me what's going on in their life, I already know that I have to be conscious of what I say that comes out of my mouth, because 9 times out of 10, they've said it to me before, you guys. And now I have to be mindful not to comment on it, because not everybody wants to hear what you have to say, even though they pick up the phone and they call you. It's just trying to be diplomatic at the same time without stepping on anybody's toes. But I find when you're trying to be the peacemaker, like I am most of the time in my life, until I have to say, you know what, Robin, I'm kind of fed up with this. I'm going to have to step back on this, because if I don't want to get ugly. I hate ugly. When I'm ugly, I don't like myself. I'm going to be very honest with you. And thank God that I haven't been ugly in a long time. But you guys ever know you be around certain people, which I gotta say, I really have to say, you notice I had to rewind and back up. I don't be around too many people that make me unhappy. I don't be around people who don't feed my soul. You gotta feed my spirit. You gotta, you gotta have something in common with me. We have to meet in the middle. We have to be equally yoked. Or better yet, maybe you can offer me something that I don't have as far as knowledge. And to me, knowledge is power. Give me some knowledge, and hey, listen, you got my full you got my attention. What can I tell you? I love to be fed. I can't help it. I'm that kind of human being. Just keep feeding my soul and I'm okay, But to be around people that have nothing to offer, I don't have the tolerance for it, you guys. But again, we're dealing with human beings, and human beings make mistakes all the time, we can't get mad at every little thing. Sometimes you have to have a soul and a spirit that you can step back and say, okay, this is not meant to insult me. This is not meant to hurt my feelings. This is just who this person is, So a lot of times I've learned to be mindful of not saying everything that comes to my mind, number one, because I know that I can be very raw, and I don't mean to be very raw. I just know that a lot of times, you guys, people want to call you. They want to burden you down with their problems. And I'm like a sponge. Just call me. Just talk to me. Just tell me what the issues are. I'm going to listen to you. You might not like what I say, but I've had to preserve myself with that. Preserve myself, reserve myself. I've had to step back and not be able to say what I really want to say, I think sometimes we need to pump the brakes on all these conversations all the time and people dumping on you like it's a dumping ground. I know you guys have been there. I know you guys have had friends and family and associates and people that you work with want to tell you all their problems from left to right. And it's okay sometimes because it takes you out of whatever you're going through in your own personal life. But when I tell you I am putting out fires, I need to really open up an office or something when I don't have a degree in psychology to be able to assist, help. But let me tell you about a psychologist part. I'm glad I brought that up. I went to see my new psychologist. I've had one for a long time, you guys, and I was very, very comfortable with her. I could take off the boxing gloves with her and we could just be one human being to another. So now I have a new one. You guys, I go into her office last week for the first time. I am no reservations. I'm just going in there to really feel her up to see if I like her, if I don't, and vice versa, And we sat down and we talked. I couldn't read her, you guys. And normally I could read somebody. I could sit down with you in 10 minutes and I can know whether I like you or not, if I'm coming back, or we can go out to lunch, or we just can't do nothing. I'm very, perceptive that way. But with this woman here, she's probably listening to this, but I just gotta be who I am, so let's just say time will tell. All right, time will tell. She's not really warm and fuzzy. I don't know if I expected her to be warm and fuzzy. I don't know what I expected from her. First impression, you guys, is something else, But, she said something to me that really dawned on me, and I addressed it with her. She says, well, you look like you're pretty put together, and you look like you got it all together. And, I'm just going to say it. I wanted to come out and say, well, listen, I may look like I have it all together. I may even feel like that sometimes. I may even know what you're going to tell me before you tell me, I said. I'm thinking in my mind, But I wanted to tell her so bad. If I had it all together, then why am I sitting here in your office? Why? Tell me why. You're getting paid for this. This is not free time, okay? But I have to laugh sometimes. I think we as people, as human beings, you guys, we have to laugh from crying. Look at what's going on in the world. Okay, so we have somebody in the White House again. Okay, fine. I keep trying to tell people that are so negative about it, and even myself at once upon a time, let's give him a chance and see what he does. That's all I can say, okay? I'm not going to set my life around him. I'm just not. I'm not going to look at him all the time on television, because I am not going to hang on to everything that he says. But there are times I can't help it, you guys. I am turning the channel. I am looking at what he's talking about. I'm trying to be fair. I'm trying to give him a chance now. I don't want to be disappointed from time to time, you guys. I'm human, But let me be honest with you. I normally don't talk about politics on the Robin Robinson show. But what I will say is this. I will give you a chance to prove me wrong. And that's all I'm looking for. Prove me wrong. Be for the people. Be for what's right for the people. What's going to do right by the American people. That's all I'm saying to you. Okay? Just do what you need to do and put that ego on the side. Just be the president of the United States of America, because that stands for something. We are the best country in this life. That's just how I feel, you guys. You guys may feel very different, and that's fine, But, I'm looking forward to going back to this psychologist next week because I see we have some debating going on. I don't know if that's the right word, but, I just she said a few things to me. And again, she's probably going to listen to this because she knows I have a podcast. I don't hide it. I'm very proud of my podcast. I'm not always there, you guys, but most of the time I'm physically there, okay? I mean, I go through ups and downs and bumps and bruises just like the rest of you guys out there, okay? I am not perfect, and I will give you a disclaimer. I don't pretend to be, okay? It's a few things she said to me that made me like, my antennas went up. I said, what do you mean by that? She said, I just know you. She said, I just mean you have a lot of trauma in your life. Well, yeah, you're damn right. I mean, I've had deaths. I've been sick. I've had relationships that fail. I've had a marriage that should have never been. I guess a lot of people can say that, I've had really a lot of reservations and things that I did that I wish I had a eraser that I could just erase, you guys, And I know I'm not the only one in the world that wish they could just erase away certain things. I've done some crazy, crazy stuff in my right mind. I don't think I would have done, being a people pleaser. It's not the best thing, But one thing I will say today is that I am no longer a people pleaser, nor do I give a damn what you think or what you feel about me. I could care less. If you're for me, then I am very, very happy, and I feel all warm inside. And if you're not for me, that's fine too. I feel no way about it, you guys. I love people. I don't care who you are, what you're about. As long as you're a person that got a heart. That's all I care about. I'm not into being the judge and the jury. I don't judge people. I try not to because I don't want to be judged. I think that's the worst thing in the world, to be judged by someone who hardly knows you, who've never taken the time out of their life to sit down with you and have a conversation other than seeing you across a room. And you guys, let me just say for the record, I have been judged my whole life. I've been judged the way I look, the way I dress. I'm too sexy. I'm too shapely. I'm too pretty, or people don't like me for so many different reasons I have no control over. Isn't that sad? They don't like me. They've never sat down with me again and had a decent conversation with me, just in passing. And I am the most pleasant human being that I could possibly think of. And again, I got to say this, you guys. One of my friends on TikTok said to me the other day, Robin, if someone doesn't like you, they got a real problem. I said, why you say that? She said, because you are the nicest person that I know. I said, oh my God, that is such a compliment. Thank you. Thank you so much. And guys, we're so busy being pushed around and dumped on mentally, physically. People don't like us. They could care less of how we think or feel. But we don't take the time to really welcome a compliment. That's the thing. How often do you get a compliment out there? How often does somebody say, oh my God, I love the way that dress looks on you. Oh my God, you look so pretty. You just look so pretty. You are gorgeous. Sometimes we hear it. Most of the time we don't hear it, And it's such a pleasure to get a compliment. I don't care how big or how small that compliment is. It feels good. It feels good. Job well done. And that is that's music to my ears, you guys. It really, really is. I think a lot of times, especially as women, we need to be more complimentary of other women, and not that jealous thing. I don't get off on that jealous thing or envy. I just don't. It doesn't do my spirit right. If I see a woman that looks great, I say, oh my God, she looks so good. She's wearing those shoes. Oh, that dress looks fantabulous on her. Oh my God. I wonder what size that is. Or better yet, how would I look in that dress? I mean, these are things that I would say in my mind. Jealousy, nah, I don't have that spirit. And I'm grateful that I don't, because jealousy to me is ugly. It's so ugly, you guys. I can see someone being envious, or oh, I just envy that dress you have on. I just love your house. Something like that is cool, But when it gets to be a jealous spirit, it gets ugly, it gets vicious. It's not a friend, it's an enemy. It's not even a man-woman relationship. It's sleeping with the enemy. It gets so ugly, It gets to the point that you don't want the relationship, be it a relationship with a man or a woman or a friend, family members. And it's worse when it's family members. Oh my God. They really stick it to you real good, But you guys, I just wanted to come on today and just let you know what's going on in my neck of the woods. And I will continue to put out fires, But I have been praying also and taking some real time for me and God. I have my times where I have to set aside to deal with the cancer hospital and to deal with praying and just to get my life in order, you guys. I think now is the time we need to sit down and just take some time for us, some me time. The world is not going any place. We are the ones that are going to leave this earth, not the world. The world's going to be here when we're dead and gone. That's how I look at life. I look at life each day as a miracle because I'm still here, and I'm thanking God, and I'm thanking all my listeners for continuously listening to me, and my show is growing marvelously. You guys, I couldn't be happier, to tell you the truth. I mean it. Every day I get up and I say, thank you, God, for waking me up this morning, putting breath in my body, just allowing me to be here. It's such a miracle. Do you know that? A lot of us take so much for granted. I always said to myself when I was in the hood, the world don't owe me nothing. I owe the world everything for being here. I think a lot of times we take for granted a lot of things in life. And I make jokes when I say I'm from the hood, which I am. I never looked at it until I got grown. I've always been a little extra. I tell you the truth. I've always liked beautiful things in my life. Even when I couldn't afford it, I loved it. If I went into a store, I never asked the price, but I knew it was expensive. Don't ask me how I knew. I just knew. I knew it was a little too expensive for me at times, But in life, we like what we like. That's the thing. Be it a man, a woman, or jewelry, a house, or car, an animal, shoes, or whatever it may be. And I think that's what makes us who we are, special. But you guys, thanks for listening to The Robin Robinson Show. And I am so honored to have you guys as listeners. And it really makes my heart sing. And you guys know what I say. Things happen in everyone's home. Bye.